The real meaning of Christmas. Christmas was never meant to be a season of glitter, shopping lists, and temporary joy wrapped in paper. It was meant to be a revelation, a quiet reminder of a love so powerful that it split history in two and still calls every broken, lost, and weary soul home. The real meaning of Christmas begins long before the lights, long before the carols, long before we turned it into a celebration of what we can buy instead of who we are becoming. It begins with a world drowning in darkness, a world filled with fear, injustice, hunger, pride, greed, and division, a world not unlike our own. And into that world, God chose the lowest place, not a palace, not a throne, not a stage, but a cold feeding trough in a forgotten village, to show us that hope doesn't arrive with fanfare, but with humility. On that quiet night, heaven touched earth in the form of a child named Jesus, and everything changed. His birth was not about fantasy, fairy tales, or magical characters created to sell toys. His birth was a rescue mission for humanity. Christmas means God came close, close enough to touch, close enough to suffer, close enough to save. And yet every year we rush past this truth. We buy gifts we don't need, chase perfection that doesn't exist, get angry in traffic, irritated in stores, stressed over expectations someone else invented. And we forget the heart of it all, that Christmas is not about receiving but giving. Not about possessions, but purpose. Not about fantasy, but faith. For the believer, Christmas is a reminder that God keeps His promises even when the world feels hopeless. For the unbeliever, Christmas whispers that there is still light, still redemption, still a reason to rise tomorrow, even if you cannot see it yet. Christmas teaches that the greatest miracles happen in the smallest places, that greatness often arrives unannounced, that love is stronger than fear, and that compassion is stronger than cruelty. Christmas is not a story of perfect people, but of ordinary souls chosen for extraordinary purpose. Mary was young and afraid. Joseph carried doubts and questions. The shepherds were overlooked, nobodies. Yet they were the ones who saw the miracle first. Not kings, not celebrities, not the powerful, because God reveals Himself to those who are humble enough to look. The real meaning of Christmas is not just that Christ was born, but why? To teach us compassion, to challenge our selfishness, to restore our brokenness, to lift the forgotten, to feed the hungry, to care for the homeless, to comfort the lonely, to heal the wounded, and to call us to be light in the middle of someone else's darkness. Christmas is a call to action. It is a challenge to look at our world through the eyes of love. This season is not about what sits under the tree, but who sits alone at night wishing someone cared. It's about the man sleeping in his car because life crushed him harder than he could bear. It's about the mother skipping meals so her child can eat. It's about the teenager battling depression in silence because no one slowed down enough to notice. Christmas asks us, will we just celebrate Jesus, or will we actually live like Him? Because gifts fade, but kindness lasts. Decorations come down, but compassion rises. When we choose to give, to forgive, to lift, to feed, to shelter, to listen, to pray, to serve, or will we actually live like Him? And if every believer lived the message of Christmas, our world would not be recognizable. Hate would weaken. Violence would shrink. Enemies would become friends. Streets would become safer. Children would grow with hope instead of fear. If we embraced the real meaning of Christmas, the hungry would be fed, the homeless would sleep in warmth, Strangers would be treated like family, and the hopeless would discover that God still writes new chapters for those who think their story is over. Christmas is God saying, I see you. I know you're tired. I know you're hurting. I know you feel lost. But I have not forgotten you. This season is a reminder that transformation is possible even for the coldest hearts, even for the worst mistakes. Even for the people society calls too far gone. Christmas is proof that evil doesn't win, darkness doesn't last, and love always rises again. If you're listening to this, maybe this Christmas is your turning point. Maybe this is the moment you choose to forgive someone who broke you. Maybe this is the year you choose compassion over bitterness, generosity over selfishness, humility over pride. Maybe this is the year you feed someone who hasn't eaten, clothe someone who is freezing, help someone who has been sleeping outside with nowhere to go. Because every act of love echoes the night Christ was born. The world doesn't need more presents. It needs more people willing to be present. It needs people who look beyond themselves, who lift others when they fall, who open their doors, their wallets, their time, their hearts. If you want to honor the real meaning of Christmas, then live the message. Bring hope where there is despair. Bring comfort where there is sorrow. Bring shelter where there is fear. Bring light where there is darkness. Because someone out there is praying for a miracle, and God may be sending you. This Christmas will only change the world if we decide to change with it. If we remember that love is stronger than hate, that faith is stronger than doubt, that compassion is stronger than judgment, and that one child born in a manger changed the destiny of humanity, not by force, but by love. So as Christmas approaches, slow down, breathe, look around, find someone to bless. Restore someone's hope. Be the reason someone believes in goodness again. Because this love, this compassion, this faith is the real meaning of Christmas. And if enough hearts remember it, this world will not remain the same.